Welcome to the office of Hyugren Investigations. I'm Hyugren, your nomadic gamer and private investigator. Let's see if we can right some wrongs in judgment. I gotta beat feet. And by that, I mean run away. Not the other thing. Okay, so let's check out what's in my box here. Okay, pyroxene, nice.
Yo,
What are you guys
back.
doing in my office?
Hey there, Yagami-san.
The gang's all here, huh?
How did things go with Hattori-san? Did you learn anything useful?
No.
Yeah, I guess.
Not really. Can I eat something? Can I get some food first? Ah. Chow time. Get some food. Make them wait. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, you guys ready? Okay, so here's the deal.
Wait, are you saying there isn't actually anything up with 89?
That's what Hattori said, yeah.
But I don't believe him.
This is the first time I'm hearing about Kido not really being involved, though. It's possible Shono's hiding the truth from even him.
Maybe. But first, one term in particular stuck with me from my chat with Hattori-san.
Which is?
Human experimentation.
Go on.
Apparently, 89 is just about ready to be tested on real human subjects.
Well, that's gross. Side effects include bloating, blindness, and death, right?
Knock it off.
Sorry. What's bothering you about that, Yagami-san?
Well, it's just... I've just been thinking... What if all these murders were secretly experimental trials for 89?
That's
You're
kind of a
serious?
reach.
If Shono's the one behind all this,
What? You think this guy Shono went out, hired an assassin, and started killing people?
Yeah.
guess it's a bit of a stretch, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Even if these people were test cases, why would Shono have to murder them? This is a dementia drug, not some kind of chemical weapon.
No, but what if it really did have some kind of crazy side effects, though? Like, they didn't want to kill the people, but they ended up dying anyways.
It was perfectly fine when they tested it on mice, though.
Yeah, but mice
if it
aren't
ended
people.
up killing someone, then... Wait a sec.
Yeah, wait a sec is right. We're on the same page here.
What if 89 was completely harmless to mice, but lethal when introduced into the human body?
If that was the case, they'd need to perform a ton of experiments to make sure it was fixed. Which is why they killed all those Kyorei guys.
If Shono needed to silence those Yakuza, he might have resorted to using the mole.
Back it up. If they're testing a drug, wouldn't they want to use it on an actual patient? I mean, it's not like those Kyorei guys all had Alzheimer's or anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
Actually, it says here that they test new drugs on healthy humans as well. They're the control group to make sure the drug is safe.
Yeah, eventually. It wouldn't make any damn sense for him to start on anyone but real patients, though.
But
Just give it a rest. Try taking this seriously for once.
We are taking this seriously.
Says the dumbass kid who keeps spouting tinfoil hat shit about goddamn human experiments.
The only dumbass here is the guy who can't consider all the possible options.
Oh, is that right? Next you're gonna tell me they experiment on old man Waku too. Fucking idiots.
Wait, who?
What?
We don't know
That
who that
incident
is.
3 years ago at the ADDC. The guy who died, Waku-san. Didn't he have Alzheimer's?
Hey, I think you're onto something.
Huh?
What?
think about it, Kaito-san. Waku-san was an Alzheimer's patient at the
Oh,
center.
right,
We
him.
know for a fact that Okubo didn't kill him, but they never tracked the real murderer down.
So, what if the motivation for that murder was a human experiment for 89?
Alright, cool your fucking jets. That happened 3 years ago. 89 didn't even exist back then.
True, it was only announced last year. but all the research that went into that paper would have reached way further back.
Huh? Wait, are we really onto something?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's worth looking into at the very least.
This feels like the flimsiest of threads, my guy. I mean, this is so flimsy, though. All right, look, I am struggling to keep up with whatever the balls you guys seem to be figuring out up here. All right, I don't fully comprehend how all this is tying together right now.
You know, I'm starting to see things a little clearer now.
How so?
If 89's really what killed Wakusan 3 years ago, the ADDC's finished. Shit would be the scandal of the century.
I have a few more thoughts about this whole human experimentation theory. Mind if we continue?
Yeah, let's go.
Sure. Let's do it.
I need to be on the
So-
same page here.
Let's say Shono did experiment on Wakusan. Why would he do that? They normally do a lot more to ensure a drug is safe before it enters clinical trials. What was his motive for testing it then?
Maybe he was terminal. Maybe he was already gonna die regardless, so what was the harm of trying out the drug? Let me think. Why would Shono have broken protocol and experiment on Waku?
Maybe he wanted to try his groundbreaking new drug on a real live human as soon as possible.
No, that's
If
stupid.
it worked, he'd have the cure. And he'd have it without dealing with all the red tape these things go through. It would have saved him years.
That's possible. I guess Shono was surrounded by dementia patients. One little test wouldn't be a big deal, and if it succeeded, his drug would save the world. If it meant curing Alzheimer's sooner, he might have been okay accepting the risk.
But instead of doing what it was meant to do, 89 had a horrible side effect. Death. The more I think about it, the more it feels like this is how it all went down.
It's starting to make sense.
But now, even though he knows the risks, he's still experimenting and using the mole to do it. I know this is all just a theory, but the pieces all seem to fit together.
Going down that path, Yagami-san, that means Okubo really was innocent, yeah? But he murdered his girlfriend right after. I mean, that's why he's on death row.
Quit it, Sugiura. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so they want us to keep organizing all of this absolute nonsense. So, hold on. Let's get this case file up then. Dag nabbit, you bums. So we're saying that this guy, Shono, this dude who has like no backbone, or who acts like he has no backbone, was the sole developer of the dementia, or of a potential dementia curing medicine. And while it worked in mice, it potentially doesn't work on people. They attempted. So he first tests this drug that he's fiddling about with on Waku, who has dementia. He passes. They never figured out the actual cause of death, but we're assuming that it's this brand new drug that Shono's trying to produce. because he was the last guy to essentially see the man alive, he is suspected. We clear him of that while we're still a lawyer. But then for whatever reason, after he gets off, he goes and takes her out. But does that mean that he killed her because she knew the actual reason that Waku passed? So after that, Shono then goes into, we'll say, hibernation of sorts, working on his drug, trying to perfect it, trying to make it better. But when he tries to work on his control group, which for whatever reason becomes the Kyorei clan Yakuza group, he finds that the drug still doesn't work on humans. So the question I guess we're going to try to figure out is, how does Kyohei tie into Shono? Did he provide more of the money backing that allowed Shono to continue his testing? Is that what we're saying?
So, to summarize our theory so far, it all started 3 years ago when Shono accidentally killed a patient during an AD9 test. But those tests are still ongoing. That's why Hamura had all those Kyorei guys killed.
But wait, how would a guy like Shono get wrapped up with Yakuza and assassins? Your run-of-the-mill researcher wouldn't have the cash or connections for that shit.
But what if someone close to him did?
Someone Shono knows who's got Yakuza ties? The hell could that be?
Alright, oh, wait, what did... Oh, no, there was... What did I learn from that old man in the wheelchair? Dagnabbit, who was it? It was... One of these guys had direct ties that got the ADC up and running. So I had to do like a brief glance over of some older information. So if I get this right, Kido, who also co-signed the work on 89, he was the one who got the funding to get the ADDC up and running from a Yakuza source?
Ryusuke Kido, director of the ADDC.
Oh, I see what you mean. Kido would have access to ADDC funding. There's even been talk of him having ties to the Yakuza somehow, right? I think you've cracked it, Yagami-san. It had to be Kido.
I don't know if that's really true.
Why?
Think back to the 89 press conference. You remember the look on Kido's face? He was so proud, innocent even. But if he knew about all this human experiment shit, no way he'd look like that.
Kid's got a point.
I want to thank you folks for coming by to watch my videos. It means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to support more of my content, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Maybe start a conversation in the comments. Now I publish content every Tuesdays and Thursdays, but if you feel like you need an extra reminder, go ahead and click that notification bell. And until next time folks, peace.